Listen up, y'all. The future is here, and Apple is flexing hard in 2025. You know how Apple does. Always got people lining up, breaking banks, and sipping their Kool-Aid. Well, brace yourselves because this year's lineup of tech is about to shake the game. From iPhones to iPads to some surprises in between, Apple's cooking up some goodies, and you're going to want to know what's in store. So let's break it down. First, let's get into the successor of the beloved but dated iPhone SE. Back in 2022, the iPhone SE was like a throwback Thursday with a glow-up. They slapped an A15 chip in it, sprinkled some 5G magic on top, but kept it looking like your grandma's iPhone 8. 2025, and Apple's finally ready to bring the SE out of the zeros. Rumor has it, thanks to leakers like Sonny Dixon, the next SE will be a mini-me version of the iPhone 14. Apple's keeping it simple. No action buttons or any of those fancy extras from the Pro models. What we will see is a sleek 6.1-inch OLED display. Yeah, you heard that right. OLED on an SE. But don't expect promotion. Apple's not about to spoil us like that. It'll also come equipped with a single wide 48 megapixel rear camera that'll make your selfies pop and your food pics look Michelin starred. Now here's where things get spicy. The brain of this bad boy is expected to be the A18 chip. Why not the A17 Pro? Well, it's all about the USB-C port. Apple's finally making the switch across the board, and the SE's USB-C will likely roll with USB 2.0 speeds. Since the A18 plays nice with this setup, it's the top pick. Plus, expect 8 GB of RAM to keep things running smoother than your favorite R&B track. As for the price, well, you might want to start saving now. The current SE goes for $430, but we're hearing whispers of a bump to $499. Inflation ain't just hitting eggs, folks. But wait, that's just the warm-up. Apple's got more tricks up its sleeve, and one of them is a refresh to the MacBook Air. If you're hoping for a design overhaul, don't hold your breath. The Air's silhouette is staying the same, but the real magic is under the hood. The 13-inch Air will likely feature an M4 chip with a 9-core CPU and a 10-core GPU. For an extra Benjamin, you could snag a variant with an extra performance core. Meanwhile, the 15-inch Air is rumored to come with the full-powered M4 10 cores across the CPU and GPU. RAM starts at 16 GB, but if you're feeling bougie, you can bump it up to 24 GB. Storage? Still starts at 256 GB. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, and battery life? Expect a slight improvement, maybe an extra hour or so. The M4 chip is supposed to be more efficient than the M3, so you'll probably make it through a Netflix binge without hunting for an outlet. Pricing for the Air lineup is expected to stay steady, which is a rare win in this economy. Now, let's talk timelines. When's this Apple event popping off? It ain't happening in January. History tells us Apple likes to strut its stuff in March or April. So mark your calendars and keep those notifications on lock because this event's going to be lit. Speaking of lit, the Mac Studio might be making a comeback, and it's getting a major glow up with the M4 Max and M4 Ultra chips. Now, the M4 Ultra is where things get wild. It could either be 2 M4 Max chips fused together like some sci-fi experiment, or Apple might surprise us with a ground-up redesign. Either way, expect this machine to melt benchmarks and blow minds. Pricing should stay consistent with the M2 Studio models, but Apple might throw in a new space black finish for that extra swag. Timing-wise, we're probably looking at WWDC 2025 in June for this beast. And while we're at it, let's not forget about the Studio display. The leaks are sparse, but whispers suggest Apple might upgrade it with mini LED tech and ProMotion. Don't count on OLED unless you're ready to cough up another grand. The design will likely stay the same, but slimmer bezels could be in the cards. Expect this to drop alongside the Mac Studio. Now, let's pivot to iPads. The 11th gen baseline iPad is on deck, and it's bringing the A18 chip along for the ride. The design won't change, so your accessories are safe. Pricing? Probably back to $449, but Apple will keep the 10th gen around at a lower price for the budget-conscious crowd. As for the iPad Air, it'll likely get the M3 chip, keeping it one step behind the Pro models. Apple's all about that upsell after all. Here's a real question. What are you excited to cop in 2025? Maybe it's the new iPhone SE, or perhaps you're eyeing that M4-powered Mac Studio. Maybe you're just saving up for a bag of groceries. The way prices are climbing. Drop your tech wish list in the comments below. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let us know what tech you're hyped for this year. So there you have it. A sneak peek at Apple's 2025 lineup. Whether you're an Apple stan or just tech curious, this year's shaping up to be a game changer. Stay locked in for more updates, and remember, the future's only a keynote away.